Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the heart of America's immigrant history through the humble kitchens of tenement families who transformed scarcity into soul-satisfying meals. These weren't just recipes, they were lifelines, stories, and traditions passed down through generations. From porcupine meatballs with rice poking out like quills, stretching a pound of beef to feed a family, to city chicken, where pork or veal cubes were breaded and fried to mimic the more expensive chicken drumsticks. Every dish tells a tale of ingenuity and resilience. Immigrant kitchens simmered with krupnik, a hearty barley soup, and sizzled with stuffed cabbage rolls, wrapped in tradition and tomato sauce. Sweetness wasn't forgotten. Spongy punch honey cookies symbolized sweetness and hope during Jewish holidays, while grandma's chocolate cookies offered a sweet treat during hard times. Meals like brisket pot roast and fish hash made the most of leftovers and tough cuts of meat. These recipes aren't just food, they're a testament to the strength, creativity, and spirit of immigrant families who nourished their bodies and souls with what they had. Stay tuned as we uncover these forgotten flavors and the stories behind them. In the heart of America's Great Depression, when resources were scarce and families sought ways to stretch every meal, a humble yet ingenious dish emerged: porcupine meatballs. This comforting meal combined ground beef with uncooked rice, seasoned modestly, and simmered in a savory tomato sauce. As the meatballs cooked, the rice grains expanded and protruded, giving them a spiky appearance reminiscent of a porcupine, hence the whimsical name. The origins of porcupine meatballs trace back to the 1930s, a time when economic hardship forced many to be resourceful in the kitchen. By incorporating rice, a cheap and filling staple, into ground meat, families could create a more substantial meal without additional expense. The dish's simplicity and affordability made it a staple in many households, especially among immigrant communities adapting their traditional recipes to new surroundings. Over the decades, porcupine meatballs evolved, with variations appearing in cookbooks and family recipe boxes. Some versions introduced ingredients like Worcestershire sauce, chopped onions, or bell peppers to enhance flavor. Others experimented with different sauces, replacing the classic tomato base with alternatives like mushroom gravy or sweet and sour blends. Despite these adaptations, the core essence of the dish remained, a testament to culinary ingenuity during challenging times. Today, porcupine meatballs serve as a nostalgic reminder of the past, offering both comfort and a delicious link to history. Whether served over mashed potatoes, rice, or enjoyed on their own, they continue to warm hearts and homes across generations. In the bustling tenement kitchens of early 20th century America, resourceful immigrants faced a culinary conundrum: how to enjoy the taste of chicken when poultry was a luxury beyond their means. Enter city chicken, a dish born not from poultry, but from ingenuity and necessity. Despite its name, city chicken contains no chicken at all. Instead, it's composed of tender cubes of pork or veal, skewered to mimic the shape of a chicken drumstick, then breaded and fried or baked to golden perfection. This inventive creation emerged in the industrial cities of the Great Lakes region, places like Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and Detroit, where Eastern European immigrants settled in large numbers. For these communities, chicken was scarce and expensive, while pork and veal were more accessible and affordable. The earliest references to city chicken date back to the early 1900s, with recipes appearing in newspapers and cookbooks. Known also as mock chicken, this dish was a staple in working-class households, offering a comforting meal that resembled the coveted fried chicken. Preparation methods varied by region and family tradition. Some cooks marinated the meat before breading, while others used a simple flour coating. In Pittsburgh, the skewers were often breaded and baked, whereas in Binghamton, New York, they were marinated, battered, and deep-fried. Regardless of the method, the result was a savory, satisfying dish that brought families together around the dinner table. Today, city chicken remains a cherished recipe in many households, passed down through generations as a symbol of resilience and culinary creativity. It's a testament to how immigrant communities adapted to their new environment, crafting dishes that honored their heritage while embracing the realities of their circumstances. As we revisit these forgotten recipes, we not only savor their flavors but also the rich histories they carry. City chicken is more than a meal, it's a story of adaptation, community, and the enduring spirit of those who made the most of what they had. In the heart of Eastern Europe's tenement kitchens, a humble soup simmered, a lifeline for many, krupnik. This hearty barley soup, rooted in Polish and Ashkenazi Jewish traditions, was more than sustenance. It was a symbol of resilience and community. The name, krupnik, derives from the Slavic word krupa, meaning hulled grain, highlighting barley's central role in the dish. Barley, one of the world's oldest cultivated grains, was a staple in Eastern European diets, prized for its affordability and nutritional value. In Jewish households, krupnik was often prepared without meat to adhere to kosher dietary laws, making it a versatile and economical choice. Traditional krupnik recipes varied by region and availability of ingredients. Common additions included root vegetables like carrots, parsnips, and celery, and sometimes mushrooms, which added a rich umami flavor. The soup was typically simmered slowly, allowing the barley to release its starches, creating a thick, comforting consistency. For many, krupnik was a daily meal, earning it the Yiddish saying, "Better barley soup at home than a roast at someone else's house." This sentiment underscores the soup's role as a comforting constant in uncertain times. As Jewish immigrants arrived in America, they brought krupnik with them, adapting the recipe to new ingredients and environments. In urban centers like New York's Lower East Side, dried mushrooms were often sourced from street vendors, maintaining a connection to the old country's flavors. Today, krupnik stands as a testament to the ingenuity and perseverance of those who created it. It's more than a soup, it's a narrative of survival, adaptation, and the enduring power of simple, wholesome food to nourish both body and spirit. In the heart of immigrant tenements, where resources were scarce and families large, a humble dish brought warmth and sustenance: stuffed cabbage rolls. Known by various names, galabki in Polish, holiszkas in Jewish communities, sarmale in Romanian households, this dish transcended borders, becoming a staple among Eastern European immigrants in America. The preparation began with cabbage leaves, blanched to pliability, ready to embrace a filling of ground meat, rice, and aromatic herbs. In Polish traditions, the rolls were often simmered in a tomato-based sauce, infusing them with a tangy richness. Jewish versions, like holiszkas, sometimes featured a sweet and sour sauce, blending brown sugar and lemon juice, symbolizing the duality of life's joys and sorrows. Romanian sarmale introduced the use of pickled cabbage leaves, adding a distinctive tang to the dish. These rolls were more than just a meal, they were a testament to resilience and adaptability. In the crowded kitchens of New York's Lower East Side or Chicago's Polish neighborhoods, families gathered to prepare and share this dish, preserving their heritage while adapting to new surroundings. The act of rolling each leaf, tucking in the filling, and simmering the rolls to perfection became a ritual, a way to maintain a connection to ancestral roots. Over time, stuffed cabbage rolls evolved, embracing local ingredients and tastes. In American kitchens, variations emerged. Some incorporated ground beef and pork mixtures, others added spices like paprika or marjoram, reflecting the melting pot of cultures. Yet, the essence remained, a comforting, hearty dish that brought families together. Today, while gourmet trends come and go, the enduring appeal of stuffed cabbage rolls lies in their simplicity and the stories they carry. Each bite is a nod to the past, a celebration of cultural fusion, and a reminder of the enduring spirit of immigrant communities who turned humble ingredients into culinary treasures. In the bustling streets of Eastern European shtetls, where every corner offered a taste of tradition, one humble bread stood out: the pretzel. Often overshadowed by its more famous relatives, the bagel and bialy, the pretzel was a beloved staple among Ashkenazi Jewish communities. This flatbread, sometimes called onion board, was a testament to culinary ingenuity during times of scarcity. The pretzel's origins trace back to Białystok, Poland, where it was known as Bialystokan Cybuli Pretzelkuchen. Larger, sweeter, and flatter than a bialy, it was traditionally baked with a generous topping of caramelized onions and poppy seeds. In the United States, Jewish immigrants brought this recipe with them, and it became a common feature in bakeries along the Lower East Side of New York City. Sold hot from pushcarts and bakeries, Pretzels were often enjoyed with a smear of cream cheese or chopped liver. Unlike the chewy texture of a bagel, the pretzel boasted a crisp, cracker-like bottom with a soft, airy top. Its preparation was straightforward. A simple dough of flour, yeast, water, and salt, topped with sautéed onions and poppy seeds. The dough was rolled thin, pricked with a fork, and baked until golden brown. Some variations included a drizzle of goose fat or schmaltz before baking, enhancing its flavor and richness. Over time, as culinary trends evolved and bakeries modernized, the pretzel faded into obscurity. Yet, it remains a cherished memory for many, a symbol of resilience and tradition. Today, while rare, pretzels can still be found in select Jewish bakeries, offering a nostalgic taste of the past. Now, we uncover another forgotten recipe that once graced the humble tables of America's working-class families: pierogi. These tender, half-moon dumplings are more than just comfort food. They're edible heirlooms woven into the fabric of immigrant history. Brought to the U.S. by Eastern European immigrants in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, pierogi became staples in industrial towns like Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and Chicago. Crafted from simple, affordable ingredients, they fueled laborers through grueling workdays and symbolized resilience. In Pennsylvania's coal country, Mary Twardzik began making pierogi in her kitchen for church fundraisers. Recognizing their popularity, her son Ted founded Mrs. T's Pierogies in 1952, transforming a humble family recipe into a national brand. Despite scaling up production, the company has remained true to Mary's original recipe, a testament to the enduring appeal of these dumplings. Traditionally, pierogi dough is made from flour, water, eggs, and a pinch of salt, rolled thin and filled with mashed potatoes, cheese, sauerkraut, or seasonal fruits. Each dumpling is carefully sealed and boiled until it floats, then often pan-fried with onions and butter. This meticulous process was a communal activity, bringing families together in kitchens to share stories and preserve cultural traditions. Over time, pierogi have evolved, reflecting the diverse tastes of American society. From the original potato and cheese fillings to modern variations like jalapeno and spinach, these dumplings have found their place in both home kitchens and upscale restaurants. Yet, at their core, pierogi remain a symbol of heritage and home. Today, pierogi continue to be celebrated across the United States, with festivals and family gatherings honoring this beloved dish. They serve as a delicious reminder of the immigrant spirit and the enduring power of food to connect generations. Now, we uncover another forgotten recipe that once graced the humble tables of America's working-class families: yam and cornmeal pone. This hearty dish, rooted in Southern culinary traditions, exemplifies the resilience and creativity of those who made do with what they had. Cornmeal pone is a type of cornbread made from a thick, malleable cornmeal dough, traditionally cooked in a cast iron skillet over an open fire. Its simplicity, often just cornmeal, water, and salt, made it a staple for many. The term pone is believed to have originated from Native American languages, reflecting the dish's deep historical roots. The addition of yam to cornmeal pone not only enhanced its nutritional value but also added a subtle sweetness and moist texture. Yams, rich in carbohydrates and vitamins, were readily available and affordable, making them an ideal ingredient for low-income families. In many Southern households, yam and cornmeal pone was more than just sustenance. It was a symbol of community and tradition. Families would gather around the hearth, sharing stories and bonding over this humble yet satisfying dish. Today, while yam and cornmeal pone may not be as commonly found on dinner tables, it remains a cherished part of America's culinary heritage. Reviving such recipes allows us to honor the ingenuity and spirit of those who came before us, ensuring that their legacy lives on through the food we share. Now, we uncover another forgotten recipe that once graced the humble tables of America's working-class families: German string bean soup, or grüne Bohnensuppe. This hearty, one-pot meal was a staple in German immigrant households, offering comfort and sustenance through generations. German string bean soup traces its roots to the Low German communities, particularly those who settled in the Midwest during the 19th century. In towns like Freeman, South Dakota, this soup became a cherished part of local festivals such as Schmeckfest, celebrating German culinary traditions. A key ingredient, summer savory, Bohnenkraut, imparts a distinctive peppery flavor, making the soup uniquely memorable. The soup is a medley of simple, affordable ingredients: fresh green beans, diced potatoes, carrots, onions, and often bits of smoked bacon or ham. These are simmered in a flavorful broth, seasoned with summer savory, salt, and pepper. Some variations incorporate a roux of butter and flour to thicken the soup, enhancing its heartiness. While the core recipe remains consistent, regional adaptations abound. In Swabia, for instance, the soup might include vinegar and cloves for a tangy twist. Luxembourg's version, known as Bauernschlup, often features leeks and is garnished with sour cream. These variations reflect the adaptability of the dish to local tastes and available ingredients. Today, German string bean soup stands as a testament to the ingenuity of immigrant communities who transformed humble ingredients into nourishing meals. Reviving this dish offers a delicious connection to the past, honoring the resilience and culinary creativity of those who came before us. Now, we uncover another forgotten recipe that once graced the humble tables of America's working-class families: Grandma's chocolate cookies. These humble treats, often referred to as poor man's cookies, were a staple in many households during the Great Depression, offering a touch of sweetness amidst economic hardship. During the 1930s, ingredients like butter, eggs, and milk were luxuries for many families. Resourceful home cooks crafted recipes that omitted these costly items, leading to creations like the poor man's cookies. These cookies typically featured affordable ingredients such as flour, sugar, raisins, and shortening. A notable example is the Jake and Lena cookies, popularized by a radio show during that era, which became a cherished recipe in many households. The beauty of Grandma's chocolate cookies lay in their simplicity. Common ingredients included flour, sugar, cocoa powder or melted chocolate, shortening or margarine, raisins or oats as available. These ingredients were mixed to form a dough, shaped into cookies, and baked until done. The result was a treat that, while modest, brought joy to families during challenging times. Today, these cookies serve as a testament to the resilience and creativity of those who lived through the Great Depression. Reviving such recipes allows us to honor the ingenuity of past generations and appreciate the comfort found in simple pleasures. Now, we uncover another forgotten recipe that once graced the humble tables of America's working-class families: Spongy Punch honey cookies. This whimsical name likely stems from the method of shaping the cookies using a spoon, a technique common in resourceful kitchens of the past. During the Great Depression and World War II, American households faced significant shortages of staple ingredients like sugar, butter, and eggs due to rationing. In response, home bakers turned to alternative ingredients and methods to create comforting treats. Honey, being more accessible and affordable, became a popular substitute for sugar. These honey-based cookies not only satisfied sweet cravings but also symbolized the resilience and ingenuity of families during challenging times. The beauty of Spongy Punch honey cookies lies in their simplicity and adaptability. A typical recipe from the era might include 2 cups all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1 cup honey, 1/2 cup shortening or available fat, 2 large eggs. Optional, spices like cinnamon or nutmeg for added flavor. To prepare, mix the dry ingredients in one bowl and the wet ingredients in another. Combine both mixtures until a dough forms. Using a spoon, drop portions of the dough onto a baking sheet, spacing them appropriately. Bake in a preheated oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit 190 degrees Celsius for 10 to 12 minutes or until golden brown. The result is a batch of soft, chewy cookies with a rich honey flavor. Today, Spongy Punch honey cookies serve as a delicious reminder of the past, showcasing how creativity in the kitchen can lead to enduring recipes. Reviving such treats allows us to honor the resourcefulness of previous generations and appreciate the comfort found in simple, homemade confections. Now, we uncover another forgotten recipe that once graced the humble tables of America's working-class families: brisket pot roast. This hearty dish, rooted in both Jewish and American culinary traditions, exemplifies the resourcefulness and resilience of families during times of economic hardship. Brisket, a cut of beef from the chest or lower chest of cattle, is known for its toughness due to the connective tissue it contains. However, when slow-cooked, the collagen in the meat breaks down, resulting in tender and flavorful dishes. In the early 20th century, Jewish immigrants brought their culinary traditions to America, including the preparation of brisket. The dish became especially popular during Jewish holidays such as Passover, Rosh Hashanah, and Hanukkah. For the working-class families, brisket was an affordable cut of meat that could feed a large family. The slow-cooking method not only made the meat tender but also allowed for the infusion of flavors from vegetables and seasonings. Ingredients and preparation. A traditional brisket pot roast recipe might include 3 to 5 pounds first-cut brisket, 2 tablespoons kosher salt, 2 teaspoons ground black pepper, 5 pounds onions, sliced thin, 14-ounce bottle of Heinz ketchup, enough water to cover the brisket. Instructions: salt and pepper the brisket on both sides. Rub the ground ginger all over the brisket. Heat oil in a Dutch oven or large pot. Sear the brisket on both sides until browned. Remove the brisket and set aside. Add sliced onions to the pot and cook until softened. Place the brisket back in the pot on top of the onions. Add enough water to cover the brisket. Cover and let simmer on a low flame for about an hour. Remove the brisket and stir in the ketchup. Return the brisket to the pot and cook until tender. Today, brisket pot roast stands as a testament to the ingenuity of immigrant communities who transformed humble ingredients into nourishing meals. Reviving such dishes allows us to honor the resilience and creativity of those who came before us, ensuring that their legacy lives on through the food we share. Now, we uncover another forgotten recipe that once graced the humble tables of America's working-class families: Hasenpfeffer, rabbit stew. This hearty dish, rooted in German culinary traditions, exemplifies the resourcefulness and resilience of families during times of economic hardship. Hasenpfeffer, translating to hare pepper in German, is a traditional stew made from marinated rabbit or hare, braised with onions and a marinade of wine and vinegar. The dish has deep roots in German and Dutch cuisines, dating back to the Middle Ages. It was particularly popular in rural areas where hunting provided a readily available source of protein. The marination process not only tenderized the meat but also infused it with rich flavors, making it a cherished meal during festive occasions and family gatherings. A traditional Hasenpfeffer recipe involves marinating rabbit pieces in a mixture of red wine, vinegar, onions, and an array of spices such as juniper berries, cloves, and bay leaves for 48 hours. After marination, the rabbit is dredged in flour, browned in a combination of oil and butter, and then simmered in the strained marinade until tender. The stew is often served with boiled potatoes or spätzle to soak up the flavorful sauce. Today, Hasenpfeffer stands as a testament to the ingenuity of immigrant communities who transformed humble ingredients into nourishing meals. Reviving such dishes allows us to honor the resilience and creativity of those who came before us, ensuring that their legacy lives on through the food we share. Now, we uncover another forgotten recipe that once graced the humble tables of America's working-class families: fish hash. This humble dish, rooted in frugality and resourcefulness, exemplifies the resilience of families during times of economic hardship. Ingredients and preparation. A traditional fish hash recipe might include 2 cups cooked and flaked white fish, such as cod or haddock, 2 cups cooked potatoes, diced, 1 small onion, 2 tablespoons lard or butter, 1 teaspoon salt, pinch of black pepper, 1 teaspoon Worcestershire sauce, 2 hard-cooked eggs diced, 2/3 cup evaporated milk. Instructions: in a skillet, melt the lard or butter over medium heat. Add the diced onion and sauté for about 5 minutes until softened. Stir in the cooked potatoes, flaked fish, and diced eggs. Season with salt and pepper. In a separate bowl, mix the Worcestershire sauce with the evaporated milk, then pour over the fish and potato mixture. Cover and cook over moderate heat until the hash is crusty and browned on the bottom. Using a spatula, Turn the hash like an omelet to brown the other side. Serve hot. Now, we uncover another forgotten recipe that once graced the humble tables of America's working-class families: oyster patties. This elegant yet economical dish exemplifies the resourcefulness and resilience of families during times of economic hardship. Origins and cultural significance. Oyster patties have deep roots in American culinary history, particularly in the southern United States. During the Great Depression and wartime rationing, families often relied on affordable and accessible ingredients. Oysters, abundant in coastal regions, became a practical solution to stretch meals and reduce waste. This dish not only provided sustenance but also embodied the ingenuity of home cooks who transformed simple ingredients into hearty, flavorful meals. Ingredients and preparation. A traditional oyster patties recipe might include 3/4 pound bacon chopped, 2 cups finely chopped yellow onion, 1/4 cup minced garlic, 6 tablespoons all-purpose flour, 1 quart fresh oysters, drained, reserve oyster liquor, 2 cups heavy whipping cream, 2 bay leaves, 1 tablespoon chopped fresh sage, 1 tablespoon chopped fresh thyme, 1/4 cup minced fresh flat-leaf parsley, 1/4 cup grated pecorino romano cheese, 1/2 teaspoon cayenne pepper, 1/2 teaspoon ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon kosher salt, 24 3-inch round, frozen puff pastry shells, cooked according to package directions, pastry tops reserved. Garnish, chopped green onions. In a 12-inch skillet, add bacon, and heat over medium heat, stirring often, until crisp, let drain on paper towels. Transfer drippings to a heat-proof measuring cup. In the same skillet, add 1/2 cup bacon drippings, and heat over medium-high heat. Add onion and garlic, and cook, stirring often, until onion is lightly browned. Add flour, and cook, whisking constantly, until roux is tan. Whisk in 2 cups oyster liquor, cream, bay leaves, sage, and thyme. Bring to a boil over high heat, whisking constantly and scraping the bottom and sides of the skillet. Add oysters, bacon, parsley, cheese, and peppers. Turn off heat, and stir until edges of oysters curl. Remove from heat, remove bay leaves, and season to taste with salt. Fill shells with oyster mixture, and add pastry top, garnish with green onion if desired. Serve warm. Legacy and revival. Today, oyster patties serve as a testament to the enduring spirit of making the most out of what one has. Reviving such recipes allows us to honor the traditions of the past and appreciate the comfort found in humble, home-cooked meals. Now, we uncover another forgotten recipe that once graced the humble tables of America's working-class families: zucchini frittata. This humble dish, rooted in frugality and resourcefulness, exemplifies the resilience of families during times of economic hardship. Ingredients and preparation. A traditional zucchini frittata recipe might include 1 pound zucchini, about 2 small zucchini, 3 tablespoons unsalted butter, 1/3 cup finely chopped shallots, salt and freshly ground black pepper, 8 large eggs, 1/3 cup heavy cream, 1¼ cups, 5 ounces, shredded sharp cheddar cheese. Preheat the oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Using a food processor or box grater, grate the zucchini. Place the grated zucchini on top of several layers of paper towels and wring dry. If necessary, repeat 1 to 2 times to remove any excess moisture. In a 10-inch cast iron or oven-proof non-stick skillet, melt the butter over medium heat. Add the shallot, zucchini, and 1/2 teaspoon salt. Cook, stirring occasionally, until the moisture evaporates and the zucchini is tender, 7 to 8 minutes. Meanwhile, in a medium bowl, whisk together the eggs, heavy cream, a heaping 1/4 teaspoon salt, and 1/4 teaspoon pepper. Add the cooked zucchini and grated cheese to the egg mixture and stir to combine. Pour the frittata mixture into the pan, no need to wash it, then place in the oven and bake until set, 25 to 30 minutes. This method showcases how simple ingredients can be transformed into a satisfying meal, reflecting the adaptability and creativity of home cooks during challenging times. Today, zucchini frittata serves as a testament to the enduring spirit of making the most out of what one has. Reviving such recipes allows us to honor the traditions of the past and appreciate the comfort found in humble, home-cooked meals.